Hey everybody, so today we're going to be making Bona Dea's Scrumptious Scones. Delicious gluten-free scones that it's really going to be hard to believe that they're even gluten-free, plus they're made with organic whole grain millet, so you've got the added health benefits as well. Today we're going to make white chocolate chip cranberry scone, but I'm going to give you several tips for additional types of add-ins that you can use while they're baking. So we're going to get started. You just simply place the scone mix in the bowl, and then you want to dice up 5 tablespoons of butter, or you can also use coconut oil or earth balance. Either way, you'll get the same effect. So I've just diced up 5 tablespoons of butter, and then the key to making amazing scones is that it has to be really cold. So whether you're using coconut oil, earth balance, or regular butter, you want to put it in the freezer just for a few seconds. So I'm going to go do that now. And so while that's chilling, I'll mix up the rest of my wet ingredients. So I'm going to take a ½ cup of just heavy whipping cream. And again, you can use full fat coconut milk or coconut kefir, and it works fantastic. And then 2 eggs. And you'll mix these up really good. So give that a good stir. And once that's fully blended, that's about just enough time that you need for your butter to be really cold. So I'm going to grab the butter out of the freezer. And then once you're here, you're going to be cutting the butter into the dry mix. So you can use a pastry cutter like this, but if you don't have a pastry cutter, just use a big fork. It'll work just as well. So what I like to do is after I get the butter out of the freezer, I take it and just cut it in a few more smaller bits. So once your butter is all diced up, you'll be ready to cut it in. And then you just simply take it and start kind of scraping it along the bowls. And you're looking for a crumb-like finish. Okay, so you can see I'm just kind of cutting it in and how it's making that crumb-like texture. But if you don't want to, or don't have a pastry cutter, no worries, you can just use a fork. And all you want to do is just kind of start to press it up against the sides of the bowls and find those butter pieces and just kind of mash on them. Get them to break in and get that nice texture. So that looks pretty good. Now we're going to add in our cream and egg. So you'll just simply pour that in and give that a nice good stir. And this one is going to be kind of one of the stickier of the mixes, just because it's a heavy mix. So don't let that shock you. You haven't done anything wrong. It'll all mix up, I promise. You just got to keep kind of folding the egg and the cream into the mix. And again, what's great about all of Bona Dea mixes is that they are a base mix. So today I'm adding in white chocolate chips and cranberries, but you can add in anything. Poppy seed and lemon zest, currants. The options are endless. Okay, so now that's nice and mixed. I'm just going to add in about a cup of cranberries. And about the same of white chocolate chips. And then give that another good stir. Really get that mixed in so each bite tastes amazing. All right, so now we're ready to place it in the pan. And you have a couple options with this as well. You can make scored or triangle scones. Typically you want to use an 8-inch round pan. I can't find mine, so I'm just going to use a 9x9 cake pan. Works just as great. Or you can make drop scones. So if you're going to make drop scones, you'll just use a cookie sheet, and then you'll take about a tablespoon of the scone mix and then just drop it onto the cookie sheet, and that way you'll have just individual scones. But if you're wanting to make kind of that traditional look of the triangle scones, you'll place it in a dish and then just put your batter down. And it is really sticky, so again, don't let that scare you. It's all going to come out perfect. So once you get this down, every little bit, just begin to kind of spread it through the pan. And you can always use just a lightly oiled spatula if that helps kind of distribute the mix. But this one seems to be spreading perfectly. So then you want to make sure that your oven is preheated to 375 once you get everything all spread out. So you're going to just take a little bit of sugar in the raw and sprinkle some on top, just enough to give it that little glisten. And it looks so nice when they come out of the oven. All right, you're ready to go. Pop it in. So once they've cooled, you can be ready to cut and serve. So just, I like to start and cut down from the middle, and then you can just make those beautiful little triangles. And now you have amazing gluten-free scones. Just top with a little bit of butter and serve them to all your guests. They're gonna be uber impressed. Y'all have a great day.